expecting Anton, but teacher's away. Well, the kids will play, but here's the kicker. Shannon's in to take place of teacher. Yeah, I'm scared now. Because Shannon's a mom. Anton's just a kid that you can push around.
I don't like him anymore. He's not wrong.
Shannon knows how to keep us in line. That's what we're. Well, we're gonna.
I can just imagine the listeners right now. I don't like this at all.
Yeah, I'm just going. What's gonna happen now? What? Stephane's not gonna swear or not throw somebody under the bus? Don't worry, I will still throw somebody under
Loads
the bus.
of potential for throwing lots of stuff under the bus today.
Oh yeah, we're talking everything from Voyageurs Cup, PDL, Women's Leagues, USA.
David Beckham.
Oh yeah, Sir Alex, and Mancini. So that one should be fun. Well, we'll get to it then.
I just can't get enough. We slip and slide as we fall in love, and I just can't seem to get
Sorry, I had to do that.
Change the song.
Yeah, we had to change it on you.
We had to get our voices out before the season.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to start with the first question. What songs do you want to hear when we go to Toronto to support the women's team on June 2nd? Mustefa.
The one song I wanted to do for months is the counting to 6. Every time the U.S. goalie picks up the ball, we count to 6. And Hope Solo apparently will not be there. I don't care. It's for Abby Wambach.
Because we just did a preview of one. I just can't get enough. That would always be fun. But my favorite one is always "We Don't Pay for Healthcare."
Yeah, we have to do that one too.
You took mine.
Oh, Ryan's got nothing now.
I got nothing now.
The usual Reds go marching in as well.
Yeah.
Qu'est-ce que vous chantez?
Oh yeah, that one's always nice to do.
I saw a good one for Hope Solo on the Voyageurs forum. 4 lines, something along this 4 insults is when you're part of the mess that killed WPS, that's Hope Solo, and this goes on like that. So that's just.
Yeah, this is only a friendly on paper. Besides that, they're going to get vitriol aimed at them left, right, and center.
Yeah.
I only had one song, but you told me it wasn't a song, so I'm not going to use it. It's not a real song.
Yeah, because I wasn't counting song 2 as a song.
Why does he get to decide?
Yeah. Personally, I don't consider it a song to be sung at a game, but it's your opinion, not mine.
That was all I had.
There was a Toronto supporter a couple of years ago had the idea to use the song Tender for something like "Come on, come on, come on, Canada's the greatest." Waiting for that feeling.
I didn't know we were going to get a serenade.
Yeah. I thought that was a good idea. That was
nice. You're supporting me, so it's all good.
And I'm sure half of them will be made up on the spot.
Oh, that's the best way to do it. Like, forget this. We have a song list. Just make it up as we go. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. There was one suggested to Stompin' Tom Connors.
Yes.
That song. Goodbye, Teal and Sydney.
Yeah. If the best way you want to represent us, then don't live here.
Yeah. Basically, Teal and Sydney are 2 players who ditched us for the U.S. So we were going to sing a song for them.
Okay, that makes sense.
All right, next one. The Ottawa Fury season starts in 1 week. Will the PDL side... Oh, crap. Will the PDL side return to the playoffs this season? And will the Women's League team defend their title from last year? And last part, what do you see happening to the Fury overall this summer?
Stephae.
Thanks. Same as last year. The Fury Women's have always been a strong squad. We had really one bad season with the PDL, and Stephen O'Kane wasn't at the helm. He came in and just righted the ship back again. And so they're a competitive team, so I don't see them... I see the men probably going further and the women maybe not winning the title.
Okay.
but they'll be strong finish.
The women, because we were hosting last year, got the automatic berth into the semifinal, I think, which is how they got a huge push in terms of winning the league. The men's side, I have the women making the playoffs, or I'm pretty sure the women have their version of the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think they're safer than the men too, but I see the men doing that as well. Both should threaten, but I think the women are a bit stronger.
I look at the competition, and traditionally the Fury's always been one of the top two teams, both men and women's.
Yeah.
Quebec City always has a good women's team.
I want to see an NASL signing this year. Just one.
Yeah.
Just one signing,
Just one guy playing in PDL.
just was called right up to the end.
They always got those guys down in where's it, Vermont?
Yeah.
Where they're like 34-year-old guys from Europe. I
Yeah.
don't know how that happens, but no, both teams are going to do very well. I expect a title out of one of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, either or. I think they're both
The
strong.
men have not won a title. I
No,
don't
they
think.
haven't yet. They've made
No,
it.
well, not the whole PDL title, but
Yeah,
like
but at least
We've
they're-
won our
yeah,
conference.
the
I think 3 of the last 4 times we have.
Yeah.
okay.
All right. What will the Bytown Boys Supporters Club section be like at this year's Fury Games? Will you guys get new members? And will you be louder and more organized than last year, or is it all going to be the same?
Less loud, because I'm not going to be at majority of the games.
No, so there goes half our boys. Yeah.
You don't think Melissa could fill in for you?
She can try.
I can be quite loud.
I think Melissa would make a great capo.
Capel.
Yeah,
A what?
Capel.
like a leader, a section
okay.
leader. Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah.
I'm quite loud. Thanks
Do you
for
know-
the confidence.
Do you know the chants though?
Yeah, but I can learn. Anyone
Yeah,
can learn.
they're not.
Yeah.
They're
Can she
not
write them
hard.
on her hands?
She can.
All my hands. All my
We'll
hands.
give her a clipboard and she can have all the. She could have it all written down for
It's
us.
like,
Yeah.
Like when you cheat for a test?
Yeah.
Might as well wear shorts. You can have your legs written.
I think as far as the new members, you already do have some new members, right?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We have some. We found some online off the Fury pages, and
Yeah. The girls are.
Thanks.
We're referring to ourselves.
Oh,
Like the
sorry
girl-
about that.
The girls of the boys.
well, you
Yeah.
guys.
I mean,
Yeah.
honorary, but still, I mean,
No,
we're
no,
not that.
I don't consider you
But
new
thanks for the
members.
online
Yeah,
members.
yeah, you're kind of not new members because we
He
deal with
totally
it.
missed the boat on that one, didn't he? Yeah, we went online and found some great people.
Yeah.
A lot of women say that about dates. And then it all goes south. But anyway.
Actually, it sounds like our group online. A lot of great people sign up. They really are into it, yet none of them show up. It's
Yeah.
a bad date scenario.
I'm hoping we get 1 or 2 people who are curious for NASL. Just go to a Fury game and find us.
Yeah. Oh, then it's not going to be hard to spot. We sit right across from the entrance. Nobody likes to sit beside us because we make too much noise.
The visiting team doesn't like us because we're right beside them.
Yeah.
So,
But kids like us. We're free babysitting.
pretty much, yep. We get a lot of husbands as well for babysitting.
Can I do that with my husband? Drop him off with you guys and go shopping?
Yeah. Here's some beer money. Behave.
Maybe we could get you like a music stand. Maybe you could put the songs on the music stand.
Understand?
That's maybe something like an Ottawa thing we could start.
It would be an Ottawa thing.
Yeah,
too. It's
to have-
organized.
Yeah.
To have a woman running the boys club, I
Yeah,
like it.
I like it too.
I like it.
Capo with
Yeah, but
the music
see, you're
stand.
not black. See, you're a black lesbian
we're going
woman. You'd fit right in. Hey, you want a job in the government, Ottawa? Perfect minority complex.
I can paint my skin.
Yeah, somebody got in big trouble in Trenton for doing that a while back. So,
We actually tried that. I was kidding.
yeah, it's Trenton.
Pathetic. That's true. That's true. Ryan, what do you think?
section. I think, not much will change. There's a big opportunity when the NASL comes.
Yeah.
A lot of people will jump on board. But it's a good, if you want to get involved, it's good to come down, check it out. PDL is actually surprisingly really good soccer.
Yeah, we found that out last year.
Yeah.
It's worth attending. Come check it out. Next year is going to be amazing.
It's gonna be
So-
fun.
I do want some new songs this year.
Yeah. Oh,
Something original for us.
Two starts.
maybe.
All right.
a thought.
Moving on before Melissa breaks out the whole song.
Yeah, I might. That's all I remember, actually. Woohoo! Ta-da. Woohoo! Okay.
So Chelsea's front office is upset at the jeers that John Terry received at Villa Park as he was being carried off. Is the hatred aimed at him earned, or were Villa fans just upset and being childish?
Well, one Villa fan was upset and being childish.
Now, can we name that Villa fan?
Anton.
I don't like it.
No, he got injured. I don't like John Terry, not because he plays for Chelsea. Villa fans scored yelled when Lampard scored because he was breaking milestones. They were happy for him.
Yeah.
So it's not that they were upset at losing to Chelsea. The best we hoped for was a draw. So a loss was considered normal. So we didn't really mind. It's just John Terry. I don't know. Mrs. Wainbridge.
Yeah.
Mr. and Mrs. Wainbridge, friend of theirs, ex-friends, invite him to stay at their place for a while he and his family gets settled in a new place. And he ends up sleeping with Miss Wainbridge and his teammate's wife.
That was right before a World Cup.
Yeah,
right?
before the World Cup, and the year before he had won Dad of the Year award. So he's just a tosser in general.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I feel bad he got injured, but what I love, he was suspended to win the Champions League trophy. So he magically appeared in a kit on the field to lift the Champions League trophy last year. And this year, he was suspended, so he couldn't play in the final Europa League. So he had to play a magical changeover again to lift the trophy.
Yeah. No, you covered what I thought, except one thing, seeing as I'm an Arsenal fan. Screw Chelsea.
You got an opinion, Ryan?
I'm a Chelsea fan, so screw you guys.
Okay, fine.
No, obviously everyone's pissed off at Terry, the racist comments, his affair with a French actress. It happens, but you know what?
Happens.
I honestly don't care about off the pitch stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, the racism stuff I do for sure,
Yeah.
but
To a certain extent, yeah.
Yeah.
When it gets into...
Well, it's your own teammate, honestly.
but, he's already been stripped of the captaincy of England national side. He's done playing international soccer.
Thank
Terry's
God.
close to done. I don't know. It's a non-issue.
Yeah.
But for Villa fans, when you show up to a game, you don't really think about this stuff. You just act.
Yeah.
So, do I blame them? No.
He's an opposing player. Yeah, he goes down. Yes.
But yeah, it's yeah. But England's over now. It's all NASL and MLS right now. Pretty happy about that.
Speaking of MLS, how much did TFC lose by today?
One goal.
Yeah.
Only one goal,
Did it
and
happen
it was
right at the very end?
no. It scored early. In
There's only 10 people on the team.
16th minute or something.
No, it was like the 30th. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so according to the CSA, new kits will be released for Canada's national teams on May 30th. What do you want to see in the kits? Do you like what Umbro has done in the past? And what is good and what needs improvement?
Your question.
All right. Well, one thing is stick with one kit for a while. We've had in the last 3 years, I think, 3 kits now. My favorite is I haven't seen the new one, obviously, but my favorite would be the chevron one with the sash on the front. I didn't like that at first, but it grew on me. The second it grew on me, they got rid of it.
Yeah.
Then they got the new one, which I still don't like.
You need a whistle whenever you buy it, because you honestly look like you're a referee in the new Canada kits. You do.
You look like it's a golf shirt. If there's no name and number on it, it's a $100 golf shirt. So, it was terrible, and the new one I sort of hope, I just want some sort of when you see it, it's Canada, like the chevron thing or something like that. I probably won't buy it because I have the chevron kit that I'm happy with, but if it blows me away, I might. And what I wanted to see is Toronto FC's new kit with the 3 maple leafs.
Yeah.
If that was Canada's kit, I'd buy that and keep it.
So bring out the Pearson's pennant, the 3 maple leafs on it.
Yeah.
That would be actually interesting.
I would love that. Toronto FC's new kit should be the national team.
Mind you, it's CSA, so I'm not shocked.
Yeah. I have seen fan suggestions that are much better than anything they've come up with.
What did you think of the anniversary, 100th anniversary?
Oh, that was cool for one.
Anton Anton won a.
Something along that line, maybe? Or?
It was.
That lot, yeah, except red with a white.
Yeah, it was
Maple
nice
leaf.
and simple. A polo style shirt, looked very rugby-ish,
Yeah.
which was.
And
the
you
style.
mentioned Anton winning one. He was lucky because only 1,912 of them were made for the year 1912.
18. Yeah.
18, whatever.
Well, yeah, it was some
But,
number. I can't remember.
Anyway,
I didn't
there's
pay
less than
attention.
2,000 in the country, and Anton has one.
Yeah,
So,
I say we beat him up and take it.
it's extra large, so Mark can beat him up. It'll fit Mark.
yeah.
Call my husband fat.
No,
It's not all that tall.
no, he just looks like he can. He looks like he can.
really all that tall.
Well, who's the guy from Popeye? Popeye's nemesis. Bruno.
Oh, Bruto.
Yeah, just that big bulky.
Bluto.
Just a,
So now you call them fat and geeky.
no,
No, Bruto's
Bulko.
not geeky.
no, he's a fucking Hulk.
Popeye's a bit geeky.
There's the
Yeah.
F-bomb.
Oh, there goes.
Related.
There we go. Explicit
I was
warning label
wondering.
now.
And so-
There
so,
goes
like,
our iTunes
Question
hope.
5? Wow, nice.
That's a new record. I guess.
No,
so,
I didn't
so.
swear on one of the banters at all.
Because there was an 8-year-old there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
7.
Yeah. But
I must have missed that.
It's gonna be the one that's gonna make it to iTunes.
Yeah, the only one allowed.
Yeah. The rest will be on late night cable.
All right, with the relegation battle over, who should have gone down and who should stay up? Or should have stayed up?
Okay, I'll go with this one. Our first Boots and Scars. We talked about this. Aaron picked QPR, Swansea, and Southampton.
I remember this.
Matt didn't pick any. I picked QPR, Wigan, and Sunderland.
Okay.
Mustefa picked QPR, Wigan, either Reading or Southampton. Then we did it in December. Ryan got it perfect.
I got it right?
Yeah, you were perfect.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But Mustafa wasn't there for that one. I picked Sunderland again. And it was just, well, let's face it, QPR wasn't going to be able to fight against. They were lucky to stay up last year. They weren't in a relegation fight. They were close to, but they weren't. And yeah, Harry couldn't save them.
Yeah.
So who should have gone down? Maybe Sunderland over Reading, because I like Reading's ownership, and it's a family-run business. It's been in the family since the club started. It hasn't left.
How long?
They're all 1800s, except Wigan's the youngest club in the Premier League.
So that,
Well, no
that
longer.
family's owned a club for over 100 years?
Yeah,
Cool.
Wigan only became a club in 32.
Yeah, Wigan's 32.
Yeah, so they're a young club.
So there's still clubs
They're
that
a
are
young
like
club.
family owned and not owned by like foreign
Yeah,
media,
they're probably yeah,
clients or
Saudi
oil barons
oil
or,
barons, yeah.
or
yeah.
Russian.
Well,
KTB.
Who should have gone
connections.
down? My answer is 2 words, Junior Hoylett. Bye-bye.
He did.
He did go down.
So no.
Rumors that he's going to Stoke, I think. But no, for me, you've gone down 2 straight years. Just suck it up and stay with your relegated clubs.
You've earned your place. Got in.
You're quiet, Melissa. Don't you
Yeah.
have an opinion?
I have no opinion.
No, she just wants to. She wishes Villa would have gone down just so she could see me squirm and bitch and moan.
Oh, they
No,
were close.
I don't have
Oh,
any
yeah.
opinion because I thought QPR stood for the Queen's Power Rangers. I swear I thought I heard them say that, and I was like, what? The Power Rangers? That's
And in
awful.
North America, would be that. What's
Look
it?
at that little Asian
The
guy.
4 guys would be super gay, and the 1 girl would be uber butch.
Yeah, yeah.
The Queen's Power Ranger. What?
That's off topic. That's off topic. Okay.
All right, so moving on, because Melissa doesn't have an opinion.
No opinion.
With the second leg of the Voyageurs Cup happening on May 29th in Vancouver, which team would be best suited to represent Canada in the CONCACAF Champions League, Vancouver or Montreal?
FC Edmonton.
Come on, you
That's not
Eddies.
an option.
Yeah, we don't. Let's see. Do we want team retired Italy or team we want the cap removed for minimum requirement of Canadian players?
We want all international slots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one do we want?
Team Italy or Team Scotland?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Vancouver.
Strangely
because,
enough, last year TFC would be Team Bermuda.
You know, it's good that the Montreal fans care, and they did that demonstration.
Yeah.
And if Montreal wins, you know, good for the fans. You know, send a message.
Yeah.
Did what they did.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that.
Vancouver has never won it though in about 13 years. So just,
Yeah, you know,
They do want one.
I like streaks. I like these long streaks.
You like Vancouver having no cups in like 50 years.
Yeah. I used to go to Whitecaps games and cheer for Seattle or Rochester or anyone they were playing.
Yeah. Well, it's completely even now because Montreal has the advantage of no Vancouver away goals and Vancouver has home advantage. So
Yeah.
it's completely open for who wins.
Yeah, but it feels like Vancouver's like that. Everyone says it's Vancouver's to lose.
Which,
Well, Vancouver's not doing too well in MLS this year.
well, so
From
they,
that
And they killed the Galaxy.
From that standpoint, did they? From that standpoint, though, you want them in Champions League because they'll care more.
yeah,
Montreal still has to.
if you're doing shit in the MLS, you might as well try and do something good in CONCACAF League.
Yeah.
That's why Toronto's been doing shit for so often. 'cause
Well,
they
that's
only
why
care
Toronto does
about
well in CONCACAF because they have 3 games a year. Just prepare for those and you're good.
Yeah. So who's best represents
I
think Montreal is better, but they might care about MLS more. So
Van?
whoever
I'm
wins
going
on
with
that.
Vancouver.
Vancouver?
Yay, Vancouver.
Yeah.
Only because there's an ex-field.
Now, why yay Vancouver, Melissa?
How's Rio
Because I think
Choker
Stephae
doing
knows
this year?
everything about soccer.
No, I
Soccer
don't.
god, so I picked his opinion.
Wow.
How's
I should go in politics. If I was
You
able
need to be more people.
if I could pull the wool over Melissa's eyes, maybe there's hope for me yet.
Yeah.
All right. So, Sir Alex Ferguson retiring and David Moyes replacing him. Who should not be the replacement manager at Everton?
Mo Johnston?
Yeah. It's England, right? Like,
Yeah.
Even though
Let's see.
I was told to shut
Who
my
should
mouth.
not be replacement? Roberto Martinez. Manager for Wigan. He handled the club for 4 years and 3 years in a relegation fight and lost the last one. So if you have 4 years at a club and 3 out of the 4 you're always in a relegation fight, you might not be cut out. So
Yeah.
you should not go there.
I told you he was a soccer god.
What?
Mourinho, I
Mourinho
was
should
gonna say
not
that.
go to Everton.
I
He
was
should
gonna
not
say-
go anywhere north of London,
Yeah, yeah,
West London.
yep. I was going to say anyone foreign and with more than $1 billion because I do not want to see fake Everton fans in 5 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be horrible.
Like the fake Man City fans today. Aaron.
Yeah. We'll throw him under the bus. I got no problem with that.
Glory Hunter FC. So
Yeah, I think that's the new term for them. No, Glory Hunter FC is Man U. Wannabe Glory Hunters is Man City.
Glory Hunter FC is Barca.
True.
But they get glory all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're still Glory Hunters.
Something else.
What?
Nothing. It's not podcast appropriate.
Oh, it's not podcast.
Half the stuff we're talking about are not podcasts.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this was
No, I'm
really
pretty sure
not.
this is
Oh,
really
one of
not.
those?
Yeah. I heard something the wrong way.
Yeah, because she leaned over and goes, I just had a really dirty thought.
Yeah, I somehow
Glory
think we are not
Hunter,
ever going to make
Hunter. Anyway.
somehow.
All right, so on to the question even Melissa should have an opinion on. David Beckham has announced his retirement from football. Was he a football great? World class? Opinions? Melissa?
Well, I don't know. Well, okay, that's not true. I don't know a lot about David Beckham, but I do know that growing up, he was very famous and he was very popular, and there was a lot of Bennett like Beckham and all the movies, and
Yes.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he was sort of like that guy. He was like Gretzky for some hockey fans.
That's exactly what he was.
Definitely right, and he got me interested. Not interested in soccer, but a lot more famous. I think he like made soccer a lot more cool, a lot more. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
brought it out.
Yeah,
to
like
the
it
light.
wasn't just that thing you did in your backyard anymore. Now you could have a job, you could have a career, you could be famous, and so for that,
Marry a Spice Girl?
you could marry a Spice Girl. I would love to marry a Spice Girl. Honestly, I think I'd take on Baby Spice. But so for no other reason than that, for the awareness that he brought for soccer, I think that definitely is a great for sure.
Amazing place kicker. If he played in the NFL, he'd have a job. But the
Yeah.
problem is, in football, he's a one-footed place kicker, and he has anger issues like I do. 98 World Cup, got slide tackled by an Argentinian. red card. While the guy's down on the ground, the guy gets red carded anyways. He goes over and kicks the guy. Hey, hold on. You just got man advantage in a knockout stage, and you go and kick the guy that's on your ground. He's good. I'm happy you brought the league into perspective, the MLS into the world's eye now, but he was a good player. To me, he wasn't one of the greats, but he was good.
If there wasn't any free kicks in the game, would anyone take notice of David Beckham?
No.
It's true.
Yeah. No. He can't. It has to be a dead ball for him to do those place kicks. He can't do a place
But
kick.
fair enough, it's part of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a big part of the game.
Yeah, but he just needs to. Yeah. Oh well.
Well, growing up, I was the same. He got me interested in soccer, so I loved him growing up. Now it's I sort of see that he's more of a marketing thing than a soccer player, and that's how half his fame comes from. So not as much attachment anymore, but still a lot of respect for. You mentioned anger issues. One of my favorite things he's done in MLS was Sam Cronin for San Jose took a huge dive against him this one game. He was like a good 30 yards away. He kicked the ball and hit him right in the face.
Now that's an impressive kick.
Yeah, that is.
And the guy was on the ground crying as if he was hurt. Well, give him a reason to cry now. He just got in the face with the ball.
Well, one of his contracts options for the MLS was he could be part of an MLS ownership group. Well, a team ownership. Well, guess what team just is on the market right now?
Shitfest.
Yeah, Chivas USA. He could still live in LA.
Or Orlando.
Yeah.
I wonder how the Mexicans would take it.
I don't think they'd like him.
So Beckham was like a better than average player, obviously.
Yeah.
National team player for England. How many caps? 129
something.
or something. That's has to be recognized. Like I personally was never a fan of him. For me, the highlight of his career is when Adrian Sierra played for Dallas.
Yeah.
And he came in cleats first, took him out, and then he stood up, stand over him, and he said, "Welcome to the MLS, bitch." And that was the best.
Oh, he does have anger issues.
Yeah, no, that was Adrian.
That was the guy from Dallas.
Oh, the other person. Okay, for a second there, I was like,
Yeah, because I seen Beckham play in Edmonton, and he hardly played. He literally during the game he waved to the fans during the game.
oh, it's like the Queen.
Yeah, it was like the Queen was on the pitch. It was, and that's when I was just like,
Well,
yeah.
apparently back in the mid-90s, there's an interview with him. This is from my dad who told me this one. Apparently he used to enjoy wearing his wife's underwears.
I think everyone knows that.
I'd like to wear her underwear.
What's the next question?
Yeah, host.
Actually, I'm going to give a minute to Melissa to give credit to Melissa for something, because as Mustefa said about David Beckham kicking that guy in the face with the ball. At one of our finals games the other week, this girl, Melissa's our goalie. Melissa picks up the ball. She keeps running in front of Melissa. You can't follow the keeper. Melissa drop kicks the ball right into this chick's face. She has a ball imprint instantly all along her face. And when the ref's asking her if she's okay, I'm pretty sure she didn't know her own name.
Yeah.
So, speaking of anger issues, that is why Melissa's a David Beckham fan. They have a little in common.
A little bit in common. Yeah. Just as a side note, though, we didn't have a lot of time left in that playoff game, and we were losing. So she was wasting precious time. And if she needs to be right there, then she needs the ball in the face.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
And honestly, I didn't aim for her. That just shows how close she was to me. Did I feel bad that I hit her? Not in the least. It was awesome.
It
I was
just
so happy.
it worked out so well.
This couldn't be more perfect.
All right, so next question. With Roberto Mancini being sacked from Man City, what do you think his response was to the board, and who should replace him? And how many times will Stefan use the F-bomb in his sentence?
Oh, now I'm actually deciding, should I go as multiple F-bombs as possible, or very little?
Or none at all.
Yeah, exactly.
I say see if you can have control.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for
We're
the
screwed for iTunes. Just go for it.
More or less, you would have said, you're sacking me. I won you a premiership title that you haven't won in over 60 fucking years.
There's one.
I got you FA Cup that you haven't won in over 30 fucking years. I took you from obscurity of a useless manager of Mark Hughes and brought you into the top four, starting your dressing room full of fucking egos and psychos.
Yeah.
And
Why
had
was he
them work.
sacked?
and work together as a
would
team.
know.
And we should replace him. Well, I don't know. Benitez is done at Chelsea anyways, or he'll get a contract and be fired by December, and then you could go there.
I think he was sacked because they set out achievements.
And-
It's like Football Manager.
Yeah.
And he didn't
Certain
meet.
goals they
Yeah,
have
And
to
he
but-
didn't meet those.
But Man
goals.
City won the league last year.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but not this.
But he was asked in the
It's a
interview.
tough world out there.
No, he was asked.
tough for
It's a
Man
big league.
Yeah, but he was asked about like being so far behind Man U. He says Man U's been doing this for 20 years at least. We've only done this in 5. We have a lot of ground to cover. Not to mention being knocked out twice in the Champions League. But each time they were in the Champions League, they were actually in the Champions League real champions group. They were top teams from the leagues. They weren't in easy groups like, here's, I don't know, Shakhtar Donetsk, Montpellier,
Don't make fun of my teams.
and
TFC.
Rangers.
TFC. Yeah.
Yeah. You're in a group with them and you get knocked out. Then I could see them really getting mad. But when you're with Real Madrid or Barca, AC Milan, Juventus, Bayern Munich, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
So it's
And not because of Madrid.
it's all modern day football. Let's face it. It's
Yeah.
we want results. We don't care. We
But
want it now.
you had a fair point. 5 years ago, Man City was mid-table, useless.
Yeah.
Today, I mean, it has to do with a bit of a Middle Eastern sheikh, billionaire dude buying them and just buying players.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's going to, like, they won the league last year. What are they complaining about?
Yeah.
Are they top 4 right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So,
modern football. It's like MLSC. Oh, you did shit. You're fired. Hold on. Well, let me stay. Let me work. No, you did crap. You only gave me 1 year. Too bad. You're fired.
well, you were if it's like MLSC, then the supporters demanded it, and then MLSC said, yeah, fine.
Yeah.
So,
Do you have an opinion, Ryan?
Mancini, he was sacked because he didn't meet his achievements and his goals. And who response should replace him? Does it matter? Like, anyone can make that team a top team. Like, that team
Yeah,
is
when you
so
get
loaded
bought.
with talent.
Yeah. You got a blank check.
There's more money, I bet, on that team than some leagues in Europe.
yeah, no doubt.
Like, it's absurd. So, yeah, anyone can do the job, and he didn't do a good job, so he was sacked. And yeah,
They're third right now, right?
Second.
Second. Oh,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah. Well,
it's not good enough.
yeah.
Bye-bye lease coach then.
All right, so with the U.S. Open Cup, the U.S.
Don't worry.
version of the FA Cup, allowing PDL clubs to enter, how do you think these clubs will do considering PDL is in the 4th tier of American soccer?
I'll bring something up recently. League Cup, FA Cup, more or less close enough in England. Bradford City, anybody?
Yeah.
4th tier takes on Arsenal, takes
Yeah.
on Villa. Mind you, Villa was still shit.
And Arsenal is still shit.
Yeah. So and they take them on, go to the final,
Yeah.
and they gave it to Swansea all they could.
Yep.
They still lost, but they gave it, and which is not something to. So I don't see them going very far. I could see them starting to maybe play an NASL squad or two, beat out some USL teams.
Yeah. Well,
Because-
there's it's round 2 right now of their cup, and their NASL teams coming now.
Yeah, so they're
round
gonna-
3 MLS teams coming.
Yeah, so it's going to be good. They're going to be competitive because it's a top PDL team from each division, and the team that came from our division, Portland Phoenix. When
Yeah.
we saw them play, they were not an easy team to play against. They
Yeah.
were good.
And they have, I think, a USL Pro team.
Yeah, so it's good for them. I wish Canada would do that, but we don't know what we're doing with our own leagues in general.
No, we don't have any
We
leagues.
don't have a right to this style of tournament just yet.
Yeah. It would be cool if Ottawa Fury was in like a round 1 of the Voyagers Cup.
Yeah.
Last year, Cal FC did really well. I think
Yeah.
the round of 16 or
This
round
year
of 8.
too, a PDL club upset someone, and it's nice marketing for them.
Yeah. As far as PDL, like LFC was just put together, then they weren't a league team. They're literally a bunch of guys that didn't have jerseys.
Yeah.
And
Here's a T-shirt.
yeah, they got sponsored by Fox Soccer. They beat the Portland Timbers.
Oh, nice.
Like it was huge. And but PDL clubs, I don't think they'll go that far. A little conflict of interest now, maybe with the USL Pro teams playing MLS teams.
Speaking of conflict of interest, Seattle Sounders U23s played Portland's U23s. What happens if Portland U23s get Portland?
It's like an inter-squad game.
Yeah, it's just going to be an inter-squad. The owner's going to say, "You're throwing the game."
Like I really like what they do with the U.S. Open Cup, and I want the Voyageurs Cup to be like that. I want the Premier League to Quebec and
Yeah.
Ontario.
Yeah.
Like, there's a league in Alberta. There's a league in the Maritimes. Like
Just
have them
the champion of
play the
each league goes into the Voyageurs
Yeah.
Cup. There,
Yeah.
problem solved.
8
Yeah,
teams.
one location. Put them in
Yeah.
Toronto, and there you go.
Always Toronto.
Well, it's logistical central in transportation
It's
wise.
Moncton. Come on, guys.
All right, put them in Moncton, just to piss off Honduras.
Yeah. If you want to get in the World Cup, St. John's, Newfoundland.
Yeah, there we go. All qualifiers are now going out to Newfoundland.
In the winter.
Yeah.
But no, PDL teams, I don't think they'll make it very far. Sounders want this bad, like they always.
Sounders always win it because they're the only team that wants it.
KC won it last year.
Nice.
But it's going to be an MLS side or an NASL side, but most likely an MLS side.
Yeah.
I can't see.
Well, whoever wins it gets
Well,
champions.
it depends.
League, so
If they
it's
really care, Colorado might be able to make it with Clint Irwin's goaltending.
Imagine him playing a Mexican team.
Oh, he commands that back line, though. So, yeah, it should be good. It's good for the clubs.
What would his reaction be if the crowd yelled Pluto at him?
He'd probably kick the ball, take his glove off, and flip him the birding, put his glove back on, and pay attention to the game. I was there when Serbian fans were trying to chirp him, and he kicked the ball down the field, and you just look at him. I make 50 a year. How much do you make? I just kept watching the game, and it was just a nice little.
All right, last question. With TFC's horrible start, which is not as bad as last year, let's add some humor for the TFC fans. Come up with a joke for them.
I was going to come up with a list of where every single TFC coach is right now.
You guys got nothing?
Oh, I don't think there's anything funny about it. It's been 7 years of hell.
I was watching their game today.
Only 7?
This is a Leafs fan.
Seriously.
There's a lot more heartache to come.
lot more heartache. Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
What have I got myself?
I was watching their
Yeah.
game today against Columbus, and this American announcer is terrible, doesn't know the names, doesn't know anything, he's American.
Yeah.
But at halftime, he completely redeemed himself with, if TFC won the lottery, they'd lose the ticket on their way to the bank.
That's a good joke.
Just because they can't finish chances, right?
Yeah.
All right. Earnshaw, Henry, and Bennett go into a bar. Earnshaw and Henry order a drink, and Bennett orders an empty glass. Bennett goes, "Why do you order an empty glass for?" Bennett takes it, smashes the glass over Henry's head, and says, "Because I don't want to waste money on beer." Okay, the reason why no one gets this really is because Henry is a defender for TFC, and Bennett's the goalie.
He's both people?
Yeah. God.
You guys can help me out here.
Well, remember what you said?
I know all the players and all the positions, and I still don't get it.
Oh, good,
Bendick.
okay, I feel better.
Yeah, Bennett, goalie. Smash.
Like I said, there's
Keep
nothing
talking,
funny
it'll be
about
funnier.
TFC. There's nothing funny.
Jokes are always great when you have to keep explaining them.
Fortunately, that's my luck. I have a very dry British sense of humor.
At
Yeah.
least you tried. I didn't try.
Faint heart never fucked a pig.
Oh, that's 4. I think 5.
5 for
Yeah.
Total. Yeah.
I was only counting for that one question,
No,
or
it was
else
only 3 for one question.
I,
That's not bad.
I would have lost track throughout the whole podcast. But we're going to do that one time with Stefan. We are going to run a fuck meter for you. Every time.
It's not as sexy as it sounds.
It sounds great, but
Sounds great.
Every time you drop the F-bomb, we're going to tally it up. And we're going to see at the end how many times you actually do it.
I just like the fuck.
So many bad
We
ideas
used to do this trick with my HR manager at the last job I had. And we used to run a tally. And every week we'd see, we'd give him like a piece of chocolate if he improved. Like last conference call, you said it 100 times. This week, 98. Here's some chocolate. So we're gonna use that on Stephae. Let's see what happens.
Oh, that's
I don't know if you've seen it.
Play nice.
It was a Bud Light
You
commercial.
didn't pick anybody this
And it was the
Here's
office
chocolate.
swear jar. And everybody was swearing at each other constantly because the swear jar went to buy beer.
Yeah.
So everyone was swearing nonstop. You get the report from me? Where the fuck is the report? You cocksucker, I don't have it. Just left, right, and center.
Cocksucker, a swear word, really.
I don't know, you've heard Quebecers in Ottawa? God damn it, cocksucker, motherfucker. They always say cocksucker.
I think it's only really insulting when directed towards a guy, right?
Yeah.
Like if you direct it towards a girl, it's like, well, my
Unless
husband hopes so. So
Unless she's a lesbian, in which case she's like,
that's true. You got to know who you're offending.
But plastic counts, though, doesn't it?
I have never done that. Just for the record. Just for the record. And I'm not about to.
Oh, well.
so when's the first?
Right.
Ryan's got like images in his head now that he can't get out.
Yeah. All right, so let's see. This is going to go up later tonight, so there's a preseason game tomorrow at 2.
What day is tomorrow?
The 19th.
Sunday.
The 19th of May.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still recording.
Yeah. So entry is more or less a can of food. So it's
you
for
have
the
to leave
food.
it at the door. You can't bring it.
Yeah,
throw
you
it on
can't.
No, you're not. You don't bring it to eat.
Yeah, no,
It's not. It's
throw
not.
at people.
It's not for halftime.
Yeah, you don't come in, just stir it. Bring a can of, I don't know, Irish stew, put it on the barbecue, let that heat up, take it off.
I think they should encourage that. That'd be good. So that's tomorrow.
Yeah, and then season home opener is the 15th, no, not the 15th, the 24th at 7 o'clock. We're playing,
Real Boston Rams.
yeah, Rio Boston Rams. Anton's got a chant for that
We
lineup.
believe.
Yeah, something to throw them under the bus.
Yes. So the 24th.
Yeah, this Friday, 7 o'clock.
Fury, Algonquin.
Yeah, the normal location. Recommend take the 118, not the 95, because you have to walk less from the 118 than the 95.
So if you're a lazy prick, go for it.
Yeah, exactly. If I was lazy, I'd have an electric wheelchair. Besides that, we're going to be viewing Champions League final at Berryman's. We know there's a big event going on there, so
We get to see what shitty look. Oh, is that? You guys have said enough things that we're not supposed to say today. So
yeah, I'm trying.
I
No,
hope
we
it's
know.
someone with the wings.
We know something's going on. We probably alluded to it. If you're paying attention, you'll find out. But
didn't the Fury have a press?
I got an
released it to
email
the media,
from them.
didn't they?
it's you have a PRN, you find out, you know what's going on with the
That was a bat.
logo situation.
Yeah.
But we're still gonna watch the final of Bearman. So if you want to come join us, please do.
Champions League final Saturday, 2:30.
2:30. Try and be there for 2, because since it's going to be the Germans finally invaded England. Yes. So it's going to be busy because they're too good.
It's gonna be busy.
Yeah, it's going to be busy. It's not a big place, so
It's not Barca Man U. I'm happy.
yeah, it's going to be good.
Next episode of Boot Scarves and 21 Questions is the special one, right? The
No,
quiz.
we're still doing another one, but we're going to have a quiz as well. Next month, we're coming out with 4 different podcasts.
Oh, okay. So next month we have 2 banters, Boot Scarves and 21 Questions, and a special quiz one.
Yep, Mustefa gets to be quizmaster,
Yay!
and this is not opinion-based. This is, did you study?
Knowing me, it'll be opinion based. But
It's
keep
going to
going.
be study-based.
No, of course it'll be study based.
I'm out.
Oh, come on.
You're out?
Studying? No.
Oh, come on! It's studying soccer.
Football's fun.
Yeah, well, it's not going to be Eurocentric.
No, of course not. It's gonna be me centric. It's gonna be like. It's gonna be whatever I watch.
Alrighty, so we covered that. Again, thanks to you, Melissa and Shannon, for coming out.
Good hosting. Good hosting.
Yeah, honestly.
Good being quiet.
I like
They're
it.
awesome.
I can do that sometimes. It's rare. It happens.
Yeah.
Shannon
It's a
kept me
phenomenon.
in line, surprisingly. I could get away with a lot more with him.
Yep.
So Fury game Tuesday,
Tuesday,
Sunday.
Sunday.
Sunday. What day is today? Saturday.
Saturday.
Today's Saturday.
TFC just played. You should know it's a Saturday.
So
Oh,
Fury games exhibition Sunday.
Yeah.
Then Thursday.
yeah.
Thursday.
And then-
Thursday.
Champions League.
No, Friday.
We'll get this shit sorted out when.
Check the
Start with
website.
Go from there.
I will email you the full schedule. How about that?
Just check the Ottawa Fury website
You could do that too.
Yeah.
because if I've confused you.
Oh, we're confused all the time. So.
Yeah. We actually just act like we know what we're doing. We really don't. It's all a facade, as bad as it is.
No, we're lost without Anton usually.
But sometimes he doesn't even know. Two podcasts in a row.
FCE.
Who is FCE? We're talking about NASL and Voyageurs Cup. Who is FCE? Who is FCE?
I'm kidding.
Well, this I just asked that. Shannon gave it the dirtiest
I
look.
know. Sometimes I wish there was visual.
All right. So besides that, thanks for putting up with us. Again, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. We have a website, bytownboys.webs.com. And yeah, I'm sorry I'm not as enthusiastic as Anton.
I don't think anyone is.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, no.
true. Hi, Anton.
See ya.